Hey, welcome to Hope at Home Live. We're trying some new things in the sanctuary tonight, trying to make some adjustments for Sunday morning, and the only way we could test it was to do it live. So we're going a little live with a little different setup tonight. And so tonight's Hope at Home is going to be live. If you're watching, great. If not, we didn't promote it, so you can watch it later. You may have heard of the two little boys, Kevin and Ryan. Kevin was 5, Ryan was 3. They're sitting at breakfast one morning, two little brothers, excited about breakfast because their mom was making a homemade version of Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity pancakes. They were so excited about these pancakes, they started arguing with one another about who was going to get the first pancake. And their mother said, "Boys, you know, if Jesus was here, he would say, 'Let my brother have the first pancake.'" So Kevin turned to his little brother Ryan and said, "Okay, Ryan, you be Jesus." We've seen that one, right? Maybe you've heard that one before. And the truth is this: one of the easiest things in the world is to hope that someone else is going to be kind, that someone else is going to be wise, that someone else is going to be safe, that someone else is going to adjust, that someone else is going to do the right thing. One of the hardest things in the world is to do those things ourselves, that we would be the first person to be wise. We would be the first to be kind. We would be the first to be safe, the first to adjust, the first to do the right thing. And what is the right thing? Well, about 700 years before Jesus was born, there was a prophet named Micah, and he was in a very interesting situation. The situation was that the people were struggling. They were struggling. They were angry, they were tired, they were confused. They were being very arrogant and pushy with their opinions. They were being very irresponsible with their time. They were frustrated with the government. They were mistreating other people on purpose. And they were mistreating other people, and they didn't even know they were doing it. They had no idea they were mistreating others. They were struggling. And the people were struggling so much that they got frustrated at God. And their attitude was kind of like this: well, God, what do you want us to do? I mean, come on. I mean, what do we have to do to make things right? And so God stirred Micah to give the people this response. And in Micah 6, verse 8, Micah said this. He said, "Listen, God has already shown you what is good and what is right and what is best. And what is good and what is right and what is best is this: that you would do justly, that you would love mercy, and that you would walk humbly with your God." Do justly, love mercy, walk humbly. What do those things mean? Well, to do justly means to act fair. It means that you treat other people in the same way that you want to be treated. To love mercy means that you're kind to people because God has been kind to you. You're kind to people in some of the same ways that God has been kind to you. You're kind not because you have to be, but because you get to be. That's what it means to love mercy. And then the third one is to walk humbly with God. And what that means is this, is that you understand where you are and you understand where God is. And if you can get that math right, then everything else will fall into place. Charles Spurgeon is a really cool super preacher from about 150 years ago in London. And he said this, he said, "To be humble will make you safe. To be humble will make you happy. To be humble will make music in your heart when you go to bed. And to be humble will wake you up and you'll be more and more like Jesus." Now, I don't know about you, but I don't always wake up more and more like Jesus. But you know, I think I want to wake up that way. I think I want my nights to be different and my mornings to be different. You know, maybe tonight, before we go to bed, we should just take a look in the mirror. And maybe, again, first thing in the morning, take a quick look in the mirror and say to ourselves, "Okay, you be Jesus." you be Jesus. Much grace to you and your family. Hope you have a super night.